What really caused and I like the use of the word jump because it's either up or down. What caused this, like I said, was an estimation that we did in our meter readings, in the meters that were not read over a period of about 3 months. Indeed, like you have heard, we were reading about 64% of our meters. That meant we were estimating 36% of our postpaid meters. Now, of course, this was as a result of the upgrades that we were carrying out in our systems, and we completed this exercise by the end of the year. That was around December. When we went out to read our meters now, bringing it up to about 95%, there were those which we had overestimated, and there were those which we had underestimated. And therefore, these correctional mechanisms is what has created what you are referring to as the jump in our bills. That situation has now settled, and we have since maintained a reading of about average 95%, but we expect to push this up to 100% with the use of the technology that we have continuously instituted as an organization. Now, Brian asked about a delay in tokens and whether he was going to get a refund. Indeed, we have done our reconciliations, and that exercise from internally completed yesterday. Those who bought tokens and did not get will get their tokens. That's the assurance I want to give. We have also engaged the vendors who help us in carrying out this exercise. They are carrying out their reconciliations as well, and it is an exercise that we expect to conclude at most within the next 2 weeks, so that those who bought tokens and never got will be given their tokens. Faisal asked about, again, something related to the tokens, that there are 2 companies. I think you said you had not received your tokens, and you were also wondering whether the recruitment of those companies was done in an open and transparent manner. Allow me to say this. We set out and went to the board in 2009 on realization that there was a growth potential in the prepaid market component. We sought out authority from the board to bring on board the vendors who would help us as agents in situations where our operations are either closed, say, on weekends or when we are not available. We got the necessary approvals. We sent out an expression of interest in 2010. We got companies who participated. We took them through the procurement process, and we brought them on board in 2011. That was when we started dealing with the vendors. It is not an exercise that began yesterday. It's not an exercise that began last year in December. These are vendors who have been with us since 2011. And we have 15 of them, including banks. It's just that some of them are aggressive, and therefore they get out marketing their products so much so that they seem to be seen as taking a lot of business. But if you saw the statistics that we provided, KPLC, using its channels, still controls 65% of our operations. We collect 65% of our revenues as KPLC. The other 15 institutions collect for us the remaining 35%. And therefore, Faisal, these companies were recruited through a process that was transparent. I think the rest of the questions have been answered by Wasiri, unless there's something that is not clear. Thank you.